Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 2492. Minimum score of a path between two cities. This is a main problem and the key to solve it is observation, so let's start. We are given a graph where nodes are cities and edges are roads. Here we have the array of edges or roads where each element is an array with three values: source node, destination node, and distance or weight. The score of a path between two cities is the minimum distance of a road in the path, which means the minimum weight in the path. We have to return the minimum possible score of a path between 1 and n cities. And here we have some very important notes. We can visit the same city multiple times, and the test cases are generated such that there's at least one path between node 1 and node n. So why is this important? Let's say that we are given this input. We are trying to go from node 1 to node 4, taking the minimum weight on the way. And we can visit the same node multiple times. So what we can do here is go to node 2, then go to node 1 again, then go to node 3, and then go to node 4. We are visiting this node 2 times. The minimum weight in this path is 2, so the result here is 2. Now here it says that the graph is not necessarily connected, so we could have another component here, for example. Down here it says that we have at least one path between nodes 1 and n, and we are trying to get the minimum possible score of a path between these two nodes. So we can start from the source, and we know that in this same component we have n, meaning we have the destination. So we can just run a simple BFS from the source and keep the minimum edge weight in this component. We don't even care about this component. Why can we do this? Well, because remember that we can visit the same node multiple times, so we can actually explore this entire component, keep the minimum edge weight, and this is the result. Remember that in BFS we move in circles. We start from the source, and this is level 0, then we move to the next level, this is level 1, and then this is level 2. We need a queue because we have to pop elements from left, and we start from node 1, so here we put the 1. We will have a set to keep track of the nodes that we have already seen, so here we start with 1, and the result is initially positive infinity because we are looking for the smallest possible number. And given that this is a graph problem, here is the adjacency list. In case you don't know what this is, we are using nodes as unique keys. For example, from node number 1, we can go to either node 2 or node 3. The corresponding weights are 2 and 4. Here you can see this in the visual representation. Now we can say while we have something in the queue, we pop the leftmost element. So we pop this, which means that we are standing here. And now we can iterate neighbors. So we go to the adjacency list at node number 1, and here we have 2 neighbors, nodes 2 and 3. So let's start with 2. What if we try to go here? Well, the minimum result so far is the minimum between what we have here and this weight, okay, which is here. So the minimum between infinity and 2 is 2, here we put 2. And given that we don't have node number 2 in scene, we can visit this node next. So we add 2 here, and we need to add it to the queue also. Here we have one more neighbor from node number 1, which is 3. So here the corresponding weight is 4. In the result, we keep the minimum between 2 and 4, meaning 2. And given that we don't have 3 in scene, we add it, and we add it to the queue also. Now we can continue, pop the leftmost element, meaning this one, so we are standing here. We have only one neighbor, which is node number 1, and the weight is 2, which is equal to what we have in the result. And given that we have 1 in scene, we don't go here. That's it. Now we can pop the next element in the queue. We are standing at node 3. From here we have 2 neighbors. If we try to go to 1, we have this in scene already. The corresponding weight is larger than what we have in the result. And if we try to go to this neighbor, the node is 4, the weight is 7. 7 is larger than 2, so we keep 2 here. And given that we don't have 4 in scene, we add it, and we add it to the queue also. We still have one element in the queue, so we pop this, which means that we are standing here. From here we have only one neighbor, node number 3, 7 is larger than 2, so we keep 2, and given that we have 3 in scene already, we don't go to this node. Now the queue is empty, so we can end the loop now and return the result 2. Time and space complexity for this approach is big O of the amount of nodes plus the amount of edges. So with this in mind, let's go with the code. First, we need an adjacency list. In Python, we can use a default dictionary with a default value of an empty array, like this. And now we can iterate edges. So for A, B, and weight in rows, adjacency A dot append a tuple with B and weight, and adjacency B dot append a tuple with A and weight. We need a queue, so we can use a deck in Python because we have to pop elements from left and we start from the source, meaning node 1. We have a set to keep track of the nodes that we have already seen. Here we start with the source 1, and the result is initially positive infinity because we are looking for the smallest number. Now we can say while we have something in the queue, the current node is equal to queue.popLeft, and we can iterate neighbors, so for every neighbor and weight in adjacency list at the current node. First, we say that the result is the minimum between what we already have in the result and the current weight. And then we check if we can actually go to the neighbor. So if we have the neighbor in scene, then we can just continue, else scene.add the neighbor, queue.append neighbor, and that's it. Now down here, after the while loop, we can return result. Let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.